You're inside, no see hello. How does it feel to take a life? You can hide from man, but not your conscience. Who know you be brother sorrow, drink the wine of violence. Allow yourself to be conquered by the serpent. Why you disobey the first commandment? Walk through the valley, I fear no.
Okay, a little while ago, I seen an article on the news, and I wanted to kind of, think about it for a little bit. At the end of the day, we're here to debate the point, okay? If you didn't know, 4 people had expired in a entertainment park in Australia. All right? Now, the point of debate is very simple, and it's a question, like all debates and like all essays. The question is simple: is it a bad thing? That's the question. Is it a bad thing? And I'm talking about bad in terms of morality. Okay, that's the umbrella that we'll examine the word bad in here today, as applies to these 4. Now, this idea that all life is valuable and nobody should die and all of this business, we wouldn't say that about, say, someone like, I don't know, Ted Bundy. If you don't know, what that man would do is he would and then he would go get another. All right. Now, nobody on this planet can argue that it's a bad thing if Ted Bundy has a heart attack before he can go get his next victim, or while he's performing whatever acts he was it's not a bad thing if the man dies today. It's just not a bad thing at all. All right? So we'll cancel the idea of all life is just so sacred and it's just so important and precious and magical. All life. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a tapeworm is alive. That's life. A tapeworm lives. All right? Enough said. I think I could end it right there, in fact. But let's unpack it a little bit. For those that have a problem reconciling past, present, and future. For those that have allowed their minds to be trapped inside some kind of a contextless vacuum, let's look at it. If we had asked these 4, and if not these 4, everybody else of their group, hey, it's not probably quite right that, you would be over there on that land with those people calling yourself Australian. That's not accurate to reality. How is it that you can have 2 homes where you make the rules, make the laws, do everything as you see fit, so that those people over there where you've gone now can have no home where they say what goes and they say what laws should be? I mean, it's implicit without a word or a courthouse being built. The law on Australian land, as applies to Australian people, says what? It's absolutely illegal for another person from over far to come here, kill us, and take everything we have. We call it murder. We call it theft. Again, you don't even need a courthouse or any kind of justice system or anything to understand that this is implicit logic. The golden rule effectively spells it out. Yes, I'm positing that there's a group of people on this planet that have no right to ever say the words the golden rule, or ever say the words good or bad or right or wrong. They have defaulted. utterly and completely, with absolute abandon, defaulted, complete ownership of any of those words. They don't get to say it without the world laughing at them. You hear me? So, if there's some no good sucker breaking into somebody's house and some beautiful animal comes and bites its leg, breaks it, and severs an artery, and this thief invader killer bleeds out before the police can even get there to arrest him, or her, or it, how is that a bad thing? If Ted Bundy's in a hotel and there's a dog that's like ultra super smart and knows what's going on and can see the sickness there, and the dog says, I'm not to be sharing this world with that, and the dog goes for Ted Bundy's jugular, do we say, oh, it's such a sad thing, an attack dog got the No, we don't cry no tears. We say, right on, better Ted than a good person. Better Ted than somebody else. Good dog. Good dog. Tell me I'm lying. If there's some tapeworm ex-humans that saw fit to make sure that they would have two homes so that another group of people could be decimated and have no homes, and in their decadence and leisure time and just trying to have some fun at everybody else's expense, four of them die, it's no, man. No. It ain't cracking. Let's take it to South Africa. Let's say this happened in South Africa and it was post kick the invaders out, and South Africa's kind of healing. They got some of their resources back. They have access to their lands and their laws and their politics again, and they're doing okay, even to the point where they can. But now we're gonna make a nice resort. We know those boys there made theirs, but now all of that resort money and everything is all going straight to black people, real African people, man, and they're doing good. And there's a place there, and there's some rides and stuff, and it's 4 black people died. I would say that's a tragedy. I'm so sad. I'm so sad for the family. I'm so sad for the country. I'm so sad. Everything, man. Everything. I hope people don't think the park's unsafe and they still go there and everything. I hope everybody gets good healing and stuff, whatever. Like, I feel like really honestly, empathetically terrible for everything involved. Anybody that was there had to see that. Anybody waiting for their loved one to come home that didn't come home and everything. Man, that's real. That's real. Like, I feel bad for that situation. That's a bad thing. Those 4 people should have died. It was a bad accident. I call it an accident. A terrible accident. It's bad. That's bad. That shouldn't happen. That's not good. Life is precious sometimes, Life is precious sometimes. You understand me? But now let's just jump back to present time. And let's say it's that resort there that the white people set up there, where they get the clean water and black people across the street get the dirty water. Just like in Israel, Palestine, same thing. Just like in America, same thing. Just like in Canada, same thing. Anywhere you go. And 4 white people died? Well, feeding on the black body? Like a vampire? Like a tapeworm? Like an ex-human? How's that? Don't tell me it's bad, though. You can't tell me it's bad. Because you can't say it's bad without saying a whole lot of other things. Very nasty things. Very, very nasty things. You can't say this is bad without saying a whole bunch of other very sick and disgusting, nasty, terroristic, warmongering, war criminal kind of thing. You can't do it, parasite. You can't tell me that this is bad without saying you have the right to put everybody under your boot and demand that they forget about them being under your boot. and that we'll all get together here. We're cool, but just with the understanding as what's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine. It's just Debo. Same thing. That's my bike, punk. Huh? These guys make Debo look cool, man. They make Debo look like a good guy, like a nice guy. These people here. This group. Make Debo look like a nice guy. You know, Debo, it's both ours, but I'll just keep it at my house. It's my bike, punk. That's what you got here. It's completely fitting. And you see the pathology in red and black people anywhere you go. The dominated. Where the dominated are just trying to freaking live with the dominator. Defeated to say, alright, look, it's over, we won. And the dominators just won't stop stomping. And insulting. In every damn way. Instead, dominated get to watch everything they have be used by this tapeworm here. And they have to, you have to manifest whatever pathologies will let you live in that situation. You have to manifest those pathologies. Most typical is going to be Stockholm. Massa, do we have a headache? Massa, our house is on fire, Massa. And the other one is going to be self-hate. And you can convince yourself that you deserve the way you're being treated. It ain't so bad. Then all you have to deal with is the physical effects of the mistreatment. You don't have to worry about how wrong it is. Because it's not wrong. You're getting what you deserve. It's right. So self-hate's another big one there. And there's many more. And from that's going to stem an incapacity to cooperate and communicate and everything else. It's a game we got going on here. I don't like that game. I want to stop that game. I don't like that game. Who told them they could put that park there? Which black person said, yeah, that's cool. Put a park there. That's fine. No, don't pay us nothing for it. We'll just head back to the reservation with the 1% left of us that survived. Your steal. Yeah, go ahead, put it right there if you want. No. Didn't happen. That never happened. In fact, if black people want to speak out about it and say that's, let's say, sacred land or whatever, that's Australia. You can't put that there. I'm Australian. This is Australian land. You're whoever the hell you are, some British, whatever the hell you are. I don't go to Britain and put up my entertainment parks. You don't come here and put up yours. What would these 4 people have said to that? They would have said, sorry, if you didn't get the memo, we won. You're ours. Everything you have is ours, including your lives. Many of which we took, because they're ours to take. And now we have 2 homes, you have none. We make the rules anywhere we go. You live by whatever rules we make anywhere we go. And we say that park goes up. We say we make a nice killing on it. While you live where we tell you you can live and eat what we say you can eat and eat how much we say you can eat. We'll be the gatekeepers of your potential. We'll be the gatekeepers of your opportunity. We'll be the gatekeepers of your right to self-determination. You can make whatever you want of yourself, Indigenous Australia, as far as we allow. And no further. Did you not get the memo? That's what these 4 say. That's exactly what these 4 say. This whole group has been indicted. It's very difficult to mourn for these people. Or laugh with these people. When these people laugh, I know I need to be crying about something. When these people are sad and distraught, I know something good just happened. Yes, I haven't defaulted and forfeited my right to use those words. These people have, not me. I can say good and bad and have it mean something. But when I say good and bad, don't depend. It's so ironic the damage these people are doing. I was about to say, I slipped up. I was about to say, because when I say good and bad, it doesn't depend on, the skin color of who is getting affected by what. But no, there's very specific circumstances where it is defined. Not on skin color, though, but on behavior. Huh? It's a key point. It's a key point that shouldn't be overlooked. Because and we see it all the time. Where they want to play the game that we hate you because you're black. It's not behavior based. It's most certainly nothing you did. It's how you look. Definitely that. It's definitely how you look. Definitely that. And they want to play the game and tell you that you hate them because they're white. They hate you because you're black, and you hate them because they're white. Same, even Steven. They love to play that game. Number one. That's a lie. Because there's no hatred here. It's absolutely no hatred here on me to these four. I don't know their names. I'll just call them RICO. Alright? There's a whole heap of counter hatred though. That there is. There is definitely counter hatred. I see their hatred for the Australian people. And I counter hate them with every fiber in my being. I counter hate that behavior, that conduct, that misconduct, that ex-human parasite tapeworm conduct. So number one, it's not hatred. That's a lie. Number two, I don't hate them because they're white. I hate their behavior. If every white person today said, you know what, enough's enough. If we're going to say we're not our ancestors, then we're going to do everything to make what they made wrong right. Now my potential's as far as I can go, not as far as you allow. Listen, we're good. In that variation, in that context, if something like that happened last year or 10 years or 100 years ago, I would be looking at these four differently. You see? And what I'm looking at wouldn't be their skin color. What I'm looking at would be their behavior. If these four had said, you know what, you 1% that we didn't absolutely annihilate, you 1% can rule things. We kind of have a little justice system here, and we want to put you in as the president of the Australia, as the head of everything. It's all just black people, all just Australian people, and we're now under your rule. And yeah, you guys get the 6 figures a year, yes. And you can establish whatever businesses and tax them how you see fit or whatever. Hope you don't tax them too much, because then we have to go somewhere else or whatever, leave Australia, and this would be your island or whatever. But yeah, I mean, like, if you want to do it, you can do it. You can do that. We're at your mercy, Australians. In the name of what our ancestors did, that we could all have 2 homes, that you could have none, we're at your mercy. If they did something like that, I'm not going to look at these 4 any kind of way. You understand? Because it's not, again, a color that I'm looking at. It's a code of conduct, of misconduct. Understand? This is why I really feel we can quickly get off track. I'm simply talking pragmatics and semantics. You can't address something if you have no name for it, or when you've misnamed something. Call them what you want, but understand the problem with them is not their color. The problem with them is their misbehavior. Their collective misbehavior. Their collective collusion to undermine and terrorize and everything else. So, when you hear me, you hear terrorist. You hear parasite. You hear tapeworm. This is a tapeworm group of people with a tapeworm history and a tapeworm effect. That's behaviors. That's accuracy. And this can quickly defuse this stupid red herring they want to throw out about we hate black and you hate white. It's even Steven. Problem with you, dummy, is not your skin color, dummy. It's the pile of bones over there, dummy. At your hand, you dummy. You're a killer. Killer. Your group's a killer. You understand? There's nobody else. It's nobody else like this group of ex-humans here. Anywhere in history at all. We can find nothing nowhere behaving like these. It's very revealing. It's extremely revealing. The 3 or 4 times I've graced a white person with this talking points right here, they all told me the same thing. What about Rwanda and the Rudy and the Tootie and the like clockwork, like that, just like robotic, like reflexive, not stopping to think that's a matter of black and black, number one, and not stopping to think that's in the wake of Belgium interference. That's in the wake of so-called colonialism. Murder and thievery of all things black by white hands. And you decimate and destroy a region, turn people against one another, and then put the camera on them and talk about how you're not the only one that effects genocide. Are you crazy? On a racial basis? Meanwhile, come on, man. That's the best they got. That's the best example they can do. You understand? And I can't really apologize for it anymore. I can't really apologize for how I feel about this group of people here. Because it's not my doing. I didn't set in motion and make myself see disgusting conduct on a daily basis of heinous disregard for the golden rule, of heinous disregard for humanity, a heinous disregard for justice and equity. That's not me that sat back and made myself watch that. No. That's on them. Greeted everywhere you go. Yes, these sick people want to talk about everybody's a bigot. Everybody hates other groups. Everybody loves their own above all. And meanwhile, when you talk to the people that have arguably read every word that was ever written on Africa, They can cite line after line where before it was illegal to say nice things about Africa. The first European exploiters would walk from one side of Mali to the other and remark how it was amazing that they had nothing to fear day or night, except one scorpion and one snake. Huh? Can walk from one side of Mali to the other, they report. The Europeans report. And have nothing to fear. Meanwhile, 1,000 miles north, what you got there? Eat your plate quick before your brother come cut your throat. And take it. But everybody hates, I thought, though. What about the red people, man? Took these people in, showed them how to survive. Here, have some, you need vitamin C. You can find that in those pine needles over there. Your scurvy's fatal. We can fix that right up. Huh? Let them marry in? Same thing Central South America. They reported that those Indian tribes in South America, man, the men they could go chase down deer. That's what they said. That's not them bragging. That's white people when they said we saw them chasing down deer. And they were very hospitable and shared their women with us. But everybody hates the same, huh? But everybody violent the same, huh? But everybody's non-accepting of other. It's just natural human. See, you see this? Now, these 4 people, they woke up that day happy and comfortable that they could continue. They have great big laughs and great big smiles on the back of an injustice that their group is actively refusing to resolve. Yes, there are measures this group could take to have every other group say, whoa, it's cool. Yo, you don't owe anymore. We're good. We asked for that much and you gave us 10% on top of it all. We're clear. You don't got to give us another 100% on top of it all. We're good. With what's been done here, the corrective measures you've taken, it's good, man. It's good enough. You've permanently dismantled white supremacy. It's good. But they will not take those measures. I'm certainly not advocating that we should hope for them to or convince them to or anything else. When white supremacy falls, it will be under the force of non-white people. Or not at all. No, I'm not holding out hope. These are the lives of 4 people where in one variation, I would say, me myself would say that's too bad. After everything they did to make right, that's kind of too bad. To where I'm sitting here saying, so what? Blue, the blue bodies of tapeworm ex-humans are supposed to do what for me? I'm supposed to feel how about them? How can I feel anything but joyous? If we don't walk in on Ted Bundy getting chopped down by a dog? You have a problem with that, then we don't have a problem with this either. Anyway. It's just striking how after 4 decades on this planet, I can finally put a finger on why I don't care that these 4 took a ride. That they didn't come off of the other side on. I just don't care. In fact, worse than don't care now is to the point these people have acted so heinously and continue to act so heinously that how isn't this a good thing? From somebody that still hasn't defaulted on the right to use the term good or bad or moral or just. Yes, I'm calling it down the middle, and this is a good thing. I don't know what to tell you. Nothing moves forward without justice and equity for African people on this planet, you hear me? Nothing. Nothing. What they're trying to do is very much akin to you robbing up your neighbor at gunpoint, and then the next day in the bus stop trying to act like everything cool. So Hank, how's the wife and kids? And it's like, motherfucker, yesterday, I have no damn money. I'm on the bus now, man. You took my car, man. How the hell you think I'm doing, man? And you got a gun in my head, so I have to smile and be your friend? And I have to. At gunpoint. Everything's at gunpoint is what I'm talking about, man. It's all at gunpoint. Black people, you can't have no friends with white people. They have you at gunpoint, man. They have you at gunpoint, man. They were not giving it up. Everything you think you with your friend, everything you're thinking is wrong. I don't care. Listen, everything you think is wrong, black man, black woman. Dealing with white people. Everything you think is wrong. It's incorrect. You cannot genuinely be friends with them. The narrative doesn't allow it. You can fake it. You can talk to yourself into whatever you want to talk yourself. You can make believe. Engage your imagination. Lie. But you can't really actually know. No. Just like I can't respect Ted Bundy under any circumstances. There's no circumstance would I respect Ted Bundy. It just couldn't happen. Period. Now, dude might put a gun to my head and tell me if I don't skin and grin, it's going to be my family that he going to victimize next again. And then I might, start a thing where I'm like, yeah, we're cool, Ted. It's cool. What can I do? I'm at gunpoint. What can I do? I'm at gunpoint. And now we're just going to make believe like we're a happy family. And there's respect and mutual respect and everything else when there's nothing but disrespect and insult. So, that's my point. That's my case. The question of the debate was, is this a bad thing? I said no. No, not in the context of reality. No. A dog bite isn't a dog bite. I'd ask everybody, is that too far? Maybe that's too far. Am I going too far? But there's no argument. Yeah, there's no room. There's just no room. If I'm looking at a monitor right now, then this is not going too far. And it's not even a matter of me, because that's how I know. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not calling anything. I'm not believing something. I'm not nothing. This is just what it is. It's just what it is. It's not. I can't call it anything else. It is what it is, man. Most debates is supposed to hear the other side. This debate is so clear. Do we ever hear a debate on is 2 + 2 4? Plain and simple. Good people. You be well and love your one another.
Real people do real things. We don't go around killing others and steal things. Clean people do clean things. Love is the way of life. Real people do real things. All the militancy and the prophecy reveal things. Real people do real things. Love all little things and seal things. We got to care for those who don't have it. Share the food and clothes and not just see them. So me tried it. Burn out corruption and all.